ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Shades Plays Live! Here's part of RVTV. How we all doing, everybody? And let me just check something here real quick, because I think... Yes, it worked! Woot! Yes! In case you're curious, I just tried to do something with the RVT chatbot and try to integrate it into my channel while still having it on the other channel, and it worked like a charm. Meaning I now have the chatbot running on both our channels. I'm happy about that. I was really worried that wasn't going to work, and it worked beautifully. I feel happy in my head place. Give a couple minutes for our chat to start popping in here. Say hi once you come in. Let me know you're here. Say hello. Because it doesn't always tell me immediately when you guys show up. But that also means that with the RVT bot now here, everything that was on the RVT channel is accessible here. All of the commands, all of the updates. In fact, make sure, yep, timers are set correctly. Yep. So everything is working good. Now, hey, game fan. Good to have you here, buddy. But yeah, everything that was accessible through the RVT bot on the main channel is now accessible here. So all of the commands, all of the powers, the monster hunts, everything is now going to work here as well. Cuphead's still kicking your ass, huh, there, game fan? Hey, trust me, I didn't get that far, but I can understand that completely, my friend. Yeah, all the way up to King Dice. Jesus, man, you've been kicking some ass. Certainly did better than I ever did. But, see, there you go. There's the chat bot. It's working. Oh, yeah, baby. Chat bot in the house. I'm feeling good now. Like, it's when an experiment of mine actually works correctly, fully, it gets me all giddy inside. It's like, yes, I did a good thing. I just have to set the chatbot later on to not show up on my stream chat. Actually, I think I have Streamlabs. I have Streamlabs up. At least I can fix that real quick so we're not seeing all that. Got a couple minutes. Won't take me that long to fix that. Yeah. I know how the frickin' chat works. Like that. There. That should keep them from popping up again. Perfect. So how's everyone doing tonight? I'm not even showing who's all showing here. My thing is not keeping up. All right, nonetheless. Well, we all know why we're here. It's, you know, had to miss a week because of Memorial Day last week. Kind of bummed about that. And a couple other things that I'm not going to get into here. But we're here. We're ready to have some fun. So let's get to it. Phoenix, shout it out for me. Objection! Oh, yes. Back to good old Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy. And as you can see, tonight we're doing the 5th and final case of the original game, the bonus case from Ace Attorney, Rise from the Ashes. And if you thought the last case was a long one, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because this case, oh God, oh dear God, this is probably what many consider one of the longest cases of the entire franchise, and that is saying something. So let me get the audio on real quick here. But yes, this is one of the longest cases of the franchise, and as I did last week, as I did a few weeks ago, I'm going to be splitting this into 2 parts. We're going to be covering the first 2 days up until the end of the evidence gathering on day 2 today. Next week, we will finish it out and cover the rest. And even then, this might run a little long, even if I do everything right. So be prepared for pain. Or at least prepare to drag on. This will be interesting. All right, so with that said, let us get this underway. Now we got some people in chat. Help spread the word. By the way, send the word out. Let everyone know we're here. We're live. So I only see 2 of you right now. 2 viewers. We need more than that. Get more people in here. But let us begin. It was a dark and stormy night. Yeah, this was a special bonus case that was added to the DS re-release of Ace Attorney that came, which is the one that came to the States. Oh, that's fucking ominous. Been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. And now it dawns on her, do I look like a woman to you? Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time! But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. That struck a nerve. Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just, you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait! Only 16?! I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness? Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. All right, I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Mia? So, you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah, sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. Looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kinda hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Hey, Recti! Oh, I'm sorry. Well, let's go to the detention center then. Let's go meet her sister. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. God, I thought I told you I didn't want to visit us. Sorry, ma'am, it's just your sister. No excuses! Or did you not want to raise this year, understood, ma'am. What's that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's something you should know from the start, which is the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 22nd at 5:15 p.m. It's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? Your subordinate's car trunk. Classy. Recti getting what exactly? I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed as it were. Well, that's just great. So who's the victim? Investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. Detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor. That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. It's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident when I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. I'm supposed to defend this. Time to change the subject. She was the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! I was in law school. I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright, excuse me. As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here has ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana's confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. Hey, Kara! It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. And I'm gonna find out what. Just fill my drink real quick. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. Wait. Racti? What? What? I did not hear of this. Excuse me. Excuse me while I catch my breath. Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's see, chat's on screen, right? Yeah, you guys see that. You see what he just typed. Okay. Was not prepared for that tonight. Oh no, don't fuck with me like that, dude. Do not fuck with me like that. Son of a bitch. Don't fuck with me like that. You gotta You're playing with my heart, you son of a bitch! You gotta be careful when you're if you're trolling like that. If you're serious, if you're trolling me, you better be careful with that. If you're being serious, oh man. Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's get back to this, shall we, before I have a heart attack. Anyway, I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... Well, maybe not. I wonder if there's something that... Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Alright. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are gonna be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes? I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there! You expected to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, for the motherlode of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that a hombre, a friend of yours? Kinda, sorta, yeah. He's a detective. He thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Alright. Let's see. Let's see if we can examine the car. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Ah, scary! Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, huh? Please! No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a cerveza if you find you a cerveza you like. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Not to south. Look up Fiddle's Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Luckily, great. Maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. In fact, there's kind of something sticking out right there. What's this? A wallet. Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I've just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? The way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay now. Look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining from every angle. Okay, good. We can... Oh, look! I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of enter. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? Racti, you know what I said about that. I don't do visual media. I don't do visual novels, much less adult ones. I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid details. Secrets? Dear me, you're a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. She means it. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know that. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of equity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. Hey, hairball! I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. You have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew! The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday, it was in his car they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. Now I feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? Sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the boxed lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilogy lunch set. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth. I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Starr, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Do you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha! Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like a 10-day-old clams in the chowder. Wonder if Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough up queen. Thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Well, not much else we can do here. We'll be back for you later. First, we need to go to the High Prosecutor's office. I wonder whose office this is. As if I didn't know. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. Trophy? Wait, what, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right, her sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No! I was just Mr. Wright here. Hey, don't blame me! We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? Body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can't scream. So the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir. I'm Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again. Now, that didn't sound forced at all. Oh, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait! What did you say? Mona Skye is the chief prosecutor, top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are still some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? Bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Skye. Yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago? I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person. I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox of the trunk of my car. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Murder prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for King. Yeah, you've got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors, kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Well, I think we need to know more about it. Oh. I don't need to examine it, I need to present it. So basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I also dare work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. Police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works, yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? Why does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Could you tell me more about yesterday? The day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transfer. Keeping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Ha ha! This is the parking stop on the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. Was right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is this? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir! I've got your report, sir! Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir! No name of that kind, sir! Not in this report, sir! I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department. Did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir! But, sir! I'm just following orders, sir! They told me to bring this to you! I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with the... Give me your name. Yes, sir! Meekins, sir! Officer Meekins! Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Right. Yes, sir. Hi, caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down at least. Well, not much else we could do here. Back to the underground parking lot and off to the police department. Ooh, we're finally here. How would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That's almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. Sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What? Oh, well... At least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey! I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal! That's what you always say, Gumshoe. Give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just the chief prosecutor's confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office, and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yeah, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against him. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! Chief Prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like fate. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe? What did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a bit off, a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? Chief Police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Well, actually, we've got some evidence to talk about. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal! This is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. People like you get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman! He's the victim! That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? So this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be laying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Scott called him out there to the parking lot. Lana's confessing as much. So real quick, we need to examine the Badger. I was wondering about that. What? Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? Chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger fated to dance until he drops. Got one other thing we need to present to him. I did it again! God damn it! Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself! Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. missing something here. I'm gonna try that again. That should have worked. Oh, maybe I gotta present this after that. Because you keep dropping your card detective. Forget my secret number a lot too. It's scary, but not me after all. What could be wrong with that? I'll stay out of this conversation. Okay, what the hell? I'm missing something here. Okay, what the fuck did I do? Give me a second, folks. Gotta check my notes. Something is wrong here. I am not getting what I'm supposed to be getting. And just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna present this and see if it... Son of a bitch. Okay. What the hell? I did something wrong here. I'm legitimately stuck. I've done everything. Yeah. Got that. Yeah, I've been doing everything to the letter. What the hell? There's supposed to be a new dialogue option coming up, but it's not coming up. Because there's supposed to be a fourth option here after presenting all the evidence I've given him so far. Because after I present him the trophy, okay, this is starting to get ridiculous here. What am I fucking missing? All right, I apologize, folks. This was not expected to happen. Because I have been doing everything I could do at this point, and yet somehow it fucked up. Yeah. By all accounts, I've done everything to the letter, and yet somehow it's not registering it. I'm gonna go through everything again in order. Because after talking about Bruce and showing the trophy, there's supposed to be a new option, but it's not coming up. There it is. No freaking way. God damn it. Nowhere. All right, full disclosure, I've been using guides to make sure I can zip through this and provide an entertaining show. I checked 2 different guides. None of them said to present the knife. Motherfucker. Now we got what I need. Let's continue. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. It's not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why are you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West L.A. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Now that I got all that squared away and got to where I was supposed to do, now we can go back to the underground parking lot and deal with this shit. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to keep getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit until the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You looking like a dog here that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Well, gotta love that music. Well, my friend, you ain't gonna help shoo us away. You ain't gonna be hurting us out of here this time, partner. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I'll warn you, fan letters to me go right into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? That old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. I guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Reminds me. Hey, wait a second. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settlers. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Not the South. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Well, let's talk to the officer first. Officer Marshall, could you tell us some more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, Portman. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a faster dogger than that? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stabbed in the chest. Fine piece of work. This here is the autopsy report. Is my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Skye and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. It's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, it's this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how could you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambino? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, huh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he doesn't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. Look, a door. This must mean something. I'm not sure the doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Let's see. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears, no, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Wall's in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Alright, let's head over to the other side. Looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Right, let's check it out. I'm not clicking that. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. Whatever. Check this phone out. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, the defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song! I know that! Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose phone? Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's! She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Alright. Well, now we can actually check out the trunk of this car and see what's in it. What's this? It's like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. You're right. Let's see. 67S12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Good. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed? Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for detective reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Alright. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. The prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. And condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill wind. Something's up to something here. Who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. The rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to this source, you'll find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Scott. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What? You're saying Miss Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. It's a big old secret. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? They targeted him because he was closest to Edgeworth. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. See. The detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Well, whether we know or not, we're gonna find out because we're going to the trial! That took us an hour to get through, folks. That took us a fucking hour to get through. Just the first bit of evidence gathering. Imagine if I had tried to do the whole case. Like the entire case, all the way to the end. We'd probably be up past 1 or 2 a.m. by the time we were done. Because this alone is probably going to put us close to midnight at this rate. But nonetheless, let's get to our first trial, shall we? In fact, I'm going to take this opportunity, since I know I'm going to need to keep my throat nice and moist. All the talking I plan to do. Time to top off. Let's go. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? The defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Skye, you remind me a lot of Mia. There's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Faye helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Well, let's get started. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has been committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office plot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Miss Wedgeworth. Prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The Coffer Queen.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before.
Judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now!
Me, the name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up!
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
Huh? What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective?
Oh! Aha! I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up, Queen Angel Starr,
Cough up, Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. Block A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. The chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
Who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. Seems that some poor losers are willing to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me? Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finally home detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there's no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's still merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Well, let's do it. Oh, that's an odd statement to start with. Hold it! How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off the detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I thought that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
Now, let's see. Hold it! This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before applying.
Did I just get an update? Oh! Holy crap, we got a raid! Holy shit! Ladies and gentlemen, we got our first raid! Holy crap, that's a first. I need to verify who the hell just raided me. Oh, shit! Never expected to get raided in my lifetime. Who do I have to thank? Chain Nerd, thank you for the raid. Oh, holy crap. Was not prepared. Never thought I'd ever hear the day I'd get raided. Oh, thank you very much. Welcome to all four of you who joined us here. Damn. Please stick around. We're right in the middle of a trial here on the Ace Attorney Trilogy. Oh. Somebody clip that, please. That is literally my very first raid. Chain Nerd, you have given me a distinct honor, my friend. Thank you very much. Let's continue.
The security guard room is in the lodge in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That'd be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
Yeah, hey, Chain Nerd, I do videos on YouTube, so my face is plastered all over there. But yeah, this is one of the few times I stream with my face cam on. Alright, so we're also going to press... I'm gonna press this one. Hold it! By garish car, you mean...
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it?
Indeed it was.
What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you're sure was the defendant.
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her.
She's telling the truth. We're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me.
I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of the criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? All right, then. Yeah. Your own evidence is about to be used against you. I gotta get used to that. I'm usually able to double click.
Objection!
And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Skye stab the victim with the knife.
As I've already said, yes. I swear that my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. No Nickelback jokes! This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Skye not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Damn it, chain nerd. You son of a bitch.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Huh?
See the dark crimson stains on the prosecutor's coat?
That's a black and white photograph.
Oh, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna follow through. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved.
If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands on that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on?
If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Ah!
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
However, I have another piece of evidence to contradict this new set of testimony. Objection! Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife.
So this case. I just keep prosecuting the district, right? Are prosecutors bad people?
The defense has a request. We asked that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, Rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon!
Oh,
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon!
Order, order, order!
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding us into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. This shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need to prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him.
It was planned.
If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you?
My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now?
Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Alright then, so... Yeah, I got a problem with that. Because, if I remember correctly, one knife wound, again and again, one knife wound. You did it again, you dumb bitch. Objection! You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you.
With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under your feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! All right! Good show, Miss Wright.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed?
Witness?
You got the crime scene set, right?
Thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. It splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Oh, and she did it again. Because if we take a closer look, the red muffler isn't there. So, objection! Miss Star, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. God damn it, Edgeworth, quit showing me up! Huh? That can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What's my objection, chopped liver?
But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What?
Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
Most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim.
This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Round 3.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
Well, quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and I bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bit.
No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum?
Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr!
Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you will.
All right. Well, really not much we can pertain right off the bat, so we might need some clarification. I gotta press this. Hold it! You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 away from her the time.
Maybe I should press her for more details. Oh, you better believe we're gonna press her. I already know what the problem is. I'd like to see this on the floor page, just be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Star?
Yes, that's right.
But there is a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing. Cough up queen lunch lady athlete indeed.
Would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did Miss Sky not get away? Yeah. Now let's press a little harder then. Press a little bit for more, shall we? Hold it! She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say?
If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean...
By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory. It's like a salmon, heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see Miss Star.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right. Near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order.
So she used her cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing witness.
Good witnessing? Never had a good testifying.
You should of course add this to your testimony.
Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Yeah. Oh, you kind of screwed up again.
Objection! Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought that you'd be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up.
Ahem. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it!
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies! That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. You can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it.
Pointless to lie. I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question while clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony you've heard now points to one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was here. This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room.
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, as man has gotten the better of Angel Star.
Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all.
It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So tell us what a reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime for the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. What? What would change? It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime!
Objection!
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Objection!
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness?
You... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Oh, wow! So she had to run all the way over to B block and jump the fence. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
It's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic sport.
You have a point, and the small key is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely!
Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Oh, yes, I do. Objection! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta in knots, Ricky. A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange?
Strange.
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you had the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act like that. Act this way. It's inconceivable.
Well then, seems we've come to the end of this testimony. Witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright! That was too close.
I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
Well, what was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was of course the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what's the meaning of this?
Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with the evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You're gonna be studying some evidence law, really?
Prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Very well, Miss Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Before we get into the testimony real quick.
Hi, peoples.
Nate.
Night. Good luck.
I got this.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That was my daughter, by the way, Chain Nerd. All right. Yeah. Let's press that. Hold it! I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? Problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Well, I wouldn't be pressing it if I thought there wasn't a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction! That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradicting about the victim's shoe? Shows the problem with this evidence.
Let's see. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie.
Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly contradict about the blood on this bottom of this shoe? The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could be been bloody footprints. Objection! Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order! 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 Well, witness?
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Ah, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think!
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint of the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor
Was brimming with water. Water?
What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Aha! You don't mean...
Yes. The suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would have become evidence against her. Ah!
That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to his murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale sign.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
Reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt.
Did she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe.
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please!
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she's tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Hold it!
Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side?
Well, yeah, you are.
You're saying my scissor hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the Kothop Queen. Look at this. A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. See, this was what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. The last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection! Your Honor, wait!
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdict in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah! I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
You know, I think we got a clue. Right there. Take that! The problem is in this photograph is here!
What's this?
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait a moment. Wait just a moment. Mr. Edgeworth!
Your Honor?
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking claw sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection! Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you would think this piece of cloth and the muffler is related to this case.
Simple. Bing! Take that! Miss Starr! Recall your testimony for the court.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler!
Ah! Ah! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence!
Well, seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do the disservice to the law. Have the car of the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so. Woo! That was close. But we made it. At least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all.
He's still hungry? Nice one, Gokai. Also, Akira, nice one as well.
Teacups, full of justice.
Sweet! All right. So day 2 trial is over, but we're not done yet, folks. We got a little more time to go. Oh boy, oh god, it's gonna take us a while to get through this one. It's time for the day 2 evidence gathering. Have a good night, Chain Nerd. Hopefully see you next week when we do this again.
Mr. Wright?
Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface? And no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there?
Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. They say you show a red claw to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin' at least.
Officer Marshall!
Thought I'd come and take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen the last 2 days have really been on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You can be worried about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at a slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it, too, I'd reckon.
What does that mean? The photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this.
So what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! Oh, I'd like to resume?
What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution.
There's something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. Your double's over. Your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened. Mr. Edgeworth.
Then I believe it. Time we continue on with the trial. Hold on a sec, guys. Gotta.
During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock knock. Who's there?
And now we come to the real star of this case!
So this guy.
Strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
Who on earth is he? Penguin frog? Oh, good lord, yeah. Trust me, I am well aware who this individual is.
Oh, it's you! Oh, sorry I'm late, Edgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Edgy. Edgy, how you been? Swim much these days? Oh, hello. Oh, I've been so busy. Busy, Edgy. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed.
Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Penguin Frog, you obviously haven't seen Red White from Blue Corps back in case 2. You want to talk about gay? That man is fabulous. Oh, actually, no. Wait till the 3rd game. There's a character in the 3rd game that will have your gaydar screaming in all cylinders. Trust me.
Sorry, but who are you?
Aha! Say all righto! It's Ernie. I've heard good things about you, son.
Yeah, thanks?
So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime, Jolly. Jolly!
Little worthy?
Mr. Wright! You don't know the district chief of police?
Chief of police?
He's the top-ranking officer in the entire district. Name's Cat, Damon Cat. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Our little worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this?
It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Chief! What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth!
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigations are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
Now, wait a minute, Worthy.
I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait.
Or didn't you hear me?
Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistake in that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth? It's not fair. On the day of the crime, you had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Ooh.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at this blade. The blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor. Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, it wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore.
Come on, just hurry up and open it.
Not touching anything. Pretty simple task, really.
Wow, don't scare me like that.
I'm the one who's scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And this dark red stain.
Blood?
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but can I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife?
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. You know what? Screw it. This is going in 3 parts. We're going to be struggling to get through this trial. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman, that was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess! Time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department? A detective?
That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Wait a second.
You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Order!
Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? Chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Alright. First things first. Let's take a closer look at that switchblade.
There's a small tag that says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6? Maybe it's a case study. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again.
Yeah, I got you now, buddy. See, it's kind of hard to see, but just flip that upside down and the picture comes into play. So yeah. Objection! Wait a second!
Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection!
This knife. This has something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? Aha, an honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from Nudgy? This is great!
Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
Alright, this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7S12-2?
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get?
Aha!
Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
SO9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief?
Oh well.
I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto.
I win? What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence of the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
All right. So this knife was stolen?
Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice! Good show, little worthy! It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
Well, that's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Nudgy? I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, righto.
I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case.
Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
So tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy. We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven.
Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, righto. What's your connection?
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I do my best.
Yes, out with Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number of the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that a detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim in the department, okay? If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. All we need... You know what, let's ask for the ID number. I think everything else seems kind of useless. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189.
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
82. I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
ID number of the victim of the police department, 5842189. Oh, you better damn believe it! Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
Has to be what I think it is. What does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number on the detective was who was murdered at the police department. Tells so something. What does it tell you?
Does that ID number look a little familiar to you guys? Isn't that the number they literally just gave us? Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to throw that out there. Take that! Witness!
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Faces, 2 detectives murder at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Wright-o. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And this means what exactly? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I forgot.
You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Wright-o. Sharp as a tack.
But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
That's impossible. So What we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? In a completely different location? Order! 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 Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins?
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha!
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Luna Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman, murdered in the police department's detective room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Ah! Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted this report this morning at the court as evidence. Then I... No such luck this time, Worthy, or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh?
Oh, well, it's,
Rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Be careful doing that. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this last December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment is for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Ooh. All right, you know what? I had a feeling this might happen. But it is already 10:30. We're normally finishing cases. Even last week we were finished up by this point. And this was just the first 24 hours, case-wise. I'm going to try to wrap things up. This might be a 2-day thing. God damn. Because there's no way I'm going through another hour of this with evidence gathering part 2. because I'm looking at the list here of how much I'm going to have to do. Good God, we're going to be here all day. So I'm going to say for now, we're going to call it a night, and we're going to finish this up next week. Because good God, we'll be here all damn night if I don't do this. So I'm going to call it here. Yeah, they put a lot of fucking work into this case, and it will be worth it. So if you have indeed enjoyed tonight's show and you haven't done so already, make sure you give me a follow here. Also, make sure you follow our sister channel, our main channel, RVT Entertainment, for all the upcoming streams we've got with that. If you want to see what's happening, you can hit an exclamation point schedule in this chat to pull up a link to our Google Calendar with all the streams we've got coming up and more. Also, if you want to see what's happening, if you can, subscribe so that you can see so you can get access to exclusive VIP Discord channels, some emotes, which I think I still have to make some emotes for this, and it's more like that as well. Sorry, I'm used to my normal spiel, and I can't do it the same way this time. And of course, if you're an RVT fan, we also have our merch store, as Garrett Coops has posted in the chat there. So make sure you head over there. We got t-shirts and coffee mugs. Buy the shirt! But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for joining me as always here on RVT, here as part of RVTV. You guys have been awesome. And again, give us a follow, stick around. We'll be here next week, same time, same channel to do this again. We're going to continue on with this case. But until then, on the shades, and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on! Special thanks to my patrons like Voice and a Frozen Traveler. Subscribe today to make these streams even better.